What's up, everybody? Welcome to Grr-Must-Errd Gaming. I'm here with Cyberpunk 2077 after the 2.0 update, and I'm here to talk to you about eddies and experience. I've been having a hell of a time since they took away my crafting loophole, where you can't buy the components off junk vendors and craft the guns and sell the guns and rinse and repeat like crazy till you're rich. So I've been looking at everything people are doing right now, and duping is a viable option. I'm not interested though, and I came up with the most valuable crafting eddy farm you can do. However, it's a little bit specific, and you're all gonna have to get creative with this one. So, one of the big things is I mentioned experience also, and I just bring that up briefly because if you're not, you got to make sure you sleep. Just whenever you have a chance, rest any bed. If you can come back to V's apartment, rest, get that XP boost up, especially if you're using crafting loops as your currency generator. It'll help boost up your engineering perk. So, I'm in a pretty late game state. I played this for about 130 hours. I've been waiting to finish up the final mission, just run around the world, taking care of scanner hustles and the last few things I have left. And, stoked to get into Phantom Liberty. I think the DLC is great. But one of the best additions has kind of got me at a roadblock because you can buy all the things you're missing from the iconic collections. I went and got the iguana egg that they've added back in and done some other stuff. But now that I want to go buy all these weapons you can get at the vendor in Dogtown, I need money, and I couldn't loophole my way to being rich, so I had to figure out a new way to do it. And I looked at the duping glitch. That wasn't for me, and I'm standing in a little bit different of a state than maybe you are. So if we take a look here, crafting is definitely the way to go. If we go into my backpack, I'm still loaded on crafting mats. And a lot of this does come from my previous farming to get the vehicles and stuff before the updates came out. These are the ones we're interested in though. Tier 2 quick hack components, Tier 3 quick hack components, Tier 4 quick hack components, and Tier 5 quick hack components. These can be used to generate millions. Now, what we need to do, and the hive mind has to come together, is we got to figure out how to farm these as fast as possible, because that I haven't gotten to yet. In fact, I've put this video together. Last night I was up for a couple extra hours just figuring out what to do, what to sell, what to craft, and I came up with this, and I figured out where some money can really come from. So now what I'm going to do today, enjoy the story, but I'm also going to be paying attention as I move forward to how to bring us a quick hack farming, a quick hack component kind of run, because that's the next big one. So if you're in on this, get in on it. If you're new to the game, you're going to need to build these up. In order for this to work for you, you really got to generate the quick hack components. So before, everybody was doing the crafting loop for the guns, and you'd sell a gun for like 2,000 eddies and stuff like that. It's pretty quick and it doesn't cost a lot. So I like to go from V's apartment down to Crescent and Broad, and I'm going to go to my favorite netrunner. I do this at my favorite netrunner just because I like them. However, you might hit a point where you got to hit almost every vendor you can in order to get, because you're going to clear out all their cash inventory. Drop boxes, you're going to be hitting multiples of everything. So just across the road here. So I've already crafted a bunch of what we're going to sell, but we're going to go in and talk about that here quickly as we meet up with our salesman friend here. Just head down this alley. If you need to, you can open the map and just set a waypoint ping to him too. It'll guide you. We all know how the game operates. If you're new, I hope you're enjoying it. I've always loved this game. I jumped in at the right time when the next-gen console updates came in, and honestly, it's really working out. So now what we're going to do is the crafting. And you go straight to your quick hacks. And I've obviously been everywhere I can to buy all of the quick hacks I can find. And this is where it gets important, because if you take a look here, this is obviously green. We're going to use tier 2 crafting components. I've got 7,260. You divide that by 35. I can craft 213 of these bad boys. So I have a bunch in my inventory. We'll just craft kind of one of each here too. Let's do a cyberware malfunction. So 44, 30. And obviously in playing this, you can stack this stuff up pretty quick. If you get a good build and you're just focused on playing, you just let them build up. Again, I have tons of hours of gameplay, and I never really looked at this. If I'd have known this earlier, I would have emptied this earlier, which I'm glad I didn't, because now I can do all this. So 1900, 25, not too bad. And then we go into our legendary ones, which, again, I'm not going to craft because you'll see how many of these I have, but 900 over 12, so it's not too bad. If you are going to go even further too, though, you take it next level. And the crazy thing is you can't craft the goddamn tier 2. You have to start with tier 3, so you actually have to farm these up. But if you look at that, that's 7,000. You divide that by 5. All right, so we can crank up those. And then, like everything before, if you want to do it, you just keep moving up the line. And then what you do is, once you've got all your crafting done and you're happy with where you're at, and you can see my experience going up. So this is why you always rest, so you get that XP boost, because you're going to level up your skills and you're going to get extra things. So, all right, buddy, let's talk about selling. So, as you can see, I've got a massive amount of legendary quick axe, and I'm not going to get rid of these. I play Netrunner primarily. I've actually swapped it out because I am running the Sand Division from Edge Runners. It's my first Sand Division time playing. I was always a Netrunner for the entire main game, and I'm pretty happy with the Sand Division. It's fun. I do miss my Netrunner. I do miss my quick hacks. They are fun. It was a great way to play. So I'm obviously like keeping all these, and I'll use them and swap them out, and I will get back to that. I'm also using swords and knives for the first time. I actually haven't started with the knives yet, but my build is going to focus into those. I don't really want to be a stealth build, but since the expansion Phantom Liberty is so espionage focused, spy focused, I'm probably going to end up going with a little bit more of a sneakier build here. I can just see it happening. I kind of didn't want to, but I haven't done it yet, so it'll be a good change and a good pace to go with for it. I think they're kind of, they want you to do it, and I don't mind that since I've played loud and rowdy the whole time through, net running and frying people in all guns. So as you can see, we've got all our crafted lower level quick hacks down here, and at the top we got the big ones. So let's just start with the big boys, and I've got quite a few of these. That sells for 15,000 eddies. So I've already got how many of these that I could just purge if I wanted? So 15,000 eddies. And earlier we were saying I could craft 75 of those. That would yield me 1 million eddies. So just for these, I would get 1 million eddies. And that's not counting selling any of this stuff. So check your inventory. See what you're sitting on. See what you've got lying around and sell the fluff, man. Cut the fuzz out. Get yourself some dough. I need dough to buy these things. Once I buy what I want, I really don't need anything else. I just got to run around and shoot stuff. And then I'm stacking up all these different quick hacks, components, and stuff again until I need to do this. The biggest thing I want to point out to you here, and this is where you got to be really careful. This is why I've bought a bunch of the different crafting recipes, and I want to show you this. So everything to craft costs the same amount of components, but everything to sell doesn't sell for the same amount of eddies. So you got to craft the things that sell for the highest value. Don't just go crafting like crazy because you're not going to make as much. And I still have to look for a few more. So Cripple Movement sells for 9. Contagion sells for 15. Why would you not pretty much double? Detonate Grenade sells for 25. You do the math on that, right? So you only want to craft the one that is like basically has more value than anything else. Anything else. So the important part of this is to go around and buy all your quick hacks first and just double check, because I don't even think I have them all, and I believe their inventory rotates. I don't need too much money, so again, I'm not going to go too crazy here. But if you take a look, all the blue stuff costs about the same, so I got to find some other blue stuff. But if you go into the greens, that's 2,000. So why would I spend the resource crafting up the tier 2 to tier 3 when I lose 300, yet I have so many more components? And that is why you want to be extremely careful. And then from there, right now, the math I've done, if I crafted all my green, I could craft about 200. And you put that 200, you times that by about 2 grand. Then I got 150 blue components. You times that by about 2,400. I got about 80 purple components. I can get 14,000 per one. And then I have 75 of the legendary, which I can get, what, 25 was it? And it seems to be a running thing across the board that these generate the most revenue. So let's go take a look. Crafting. quick axe. We have a detonate grenade here. Ooh, I still gotta find detonate grenade. No, there it is. So again, you can see it all uses the same. It's all the same amount of crafting, but the catch is when you come talk to your buddy here, it ain't the same amount of eddies. And that's where you really want to maximize. So 13. And from what I can tell, they do have a cap. So you'll see the difference there, but these two both sell for 13, and that's where you kind of max out. So you want to find that range. Obviously, if you're going to do the legendary stuff, you got to go with the detonate grenade. You'll also notice that they all kind of flow in the same ebb, whereas the highest value will be the same for each one. And again, so you want to look for the detonate grenade, the system collapse. Now let's see with this. The system collapse is, oh, I think I only have one system collapse here, don't I? I have two. So that's 25 again. So as long as you find system collapse, detonate grenade, you're pretty much ready to rock. You can go ahead and make the highest value of eddies for crafting materials possible within the game. Yeah, and you can see I don't have the detonate grenade, so I got to farm these things up and hunt them down and get them. But what I'm asking, as a community, everyone comes together, get the word out, copy this video, put it on your channel, tell your friends about it, get them to do it. Whatever you need to do, just get the word out so we can figure out how to farm these quick hack components in the fastest manner. I'm going to be working on that, like, as long as I'm playing this game. That's going to be my focus. I'm totally going to be grinding for that so I can have all the dough, and anytime I run into something I want to buy or need to buy, it's there for me. And I haven't seen anything crafting wise that is the same value. So let me know in the comments what is better. Are you using the duping glitches? How efficient is that for you? How much do you enjoy that? I'm not in love with it, and like, as you could tell, I can make my millions, go get the things I need, and not really have to worry about it too much here. How are you feeling about the game? Like I said before, I'm in love. I think it's absolutely fantastic. They've done a great job. I've heard people say, like, had it launched in this state, it would have been, you know, game of the year potential, and I agree, but I've always loved Cyberpunk. I've never been against it. The bugs have never bugged me. And it's just been very enjoyable to play. I jumped in at the right time. It's a phenomenal game. It's so good. You know, I'm stepping away from Starfield to play this more, and I just want to play this, really. This is a go-to for me. So, if you're new, consider subscribing, join the community. I do all kinds of, I guess, like farming loops, exploits, builds, and stuff like that, and I'm really driving into that with my channel. I don't do too much of the where do you get this or where do you get that, where's this new iconic weapon, where do you get this legendary armor set. I find so many people cover that stuff so quickly that it's, you know, I'm just doing someone else's work over again, and you can shout them out, and you can learn it all and do that, and I might do it down the road for the things I really like, because certain things in the playstyle and the builds I really enjoy, and when people see that, I want to share that with them, so that's where that'll come from. But I just generally like to game and have fun, man. I'm an old guy. I'm just so into video games right now. I have been my whole life, but playing more and more and more lately, and working on the channel more and more. So yeah, subscribe, join us, come along, get in on the conversation, talk about what you like, where I should look for different things that'll really help me out, help me move along, please. And smash that like button. That is huge. It helps us out big time. Smash it. Nah, you don't really need to smash it because you want to take care of your shit, but you know what I'm saying. Thanks for spending your time here. I hope this video helps you out. I hope we can build off of this and it can become bigger and bigger. I am all about growing my revenue and making sure I can buy what I want and sharing what information I have with the community. So thanks for spending that time with me. See you later.